Test, test.
Naturally, the economy is based on creating more and more, we say, paper assets and debt, and not on productive assets and wages. And as a result, this huge schism has opened up, and the ecology, unfortunately, now is also collapsing as a result of this.
Right. Okay. So things like Wonga, get rid of them altogether.
They should be burned at the stake. They should be the Tower of London is right over there. When they had people like Wonga a couple hundred years ago, they would be taken to the tower and beheaded. And that is a deterrent. If there's no deterrent, then bankers will continue doing what they're doing. Beheading, historically, has been a deterrent.
Historically, beheading works.
It works.
So, all right. So, Max, you've got two policies.
Don't mollycoddle the bankers. Don't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Banker. Is there something I can get you? Oh, you're just a little baby in the woods. Just because you committed massive fraud doesn't mean we're going to penalize you. Please, Mr. Banker, don't hurt my house price." No, they should be taken down the tower, and their heads should be chopped off, so that other bankers see that and say, "You know what? Maybe I won't commit fraud this week."
A long-time Bitcoin bull, Max KEISER. You see him and Russell Brand talking about in this video, the banking situation, the fraud that happens in the banks. And of this conversation, which is about 10 years ago, Max actually gave Russell Brand 1,000 Bitcoins after recording this video. Did Russell keep them? No. He lost them forever. So you might say, Russell Brand's a rich guy. He doesn't really need 1,000 Bitcoins. Well, let's take a look. A couple resources here saying Russell Brand's net worth, $20 million, $20 million. Now we know this isn't one-to-one because there's no way they can know everybody's net worth. But the point is, Russell Brand has some money. Let's just double it, say he's worth $40 million, $50 million. Well, let's use our calculator here real quick. So 1,000 Bitcoins. Multiply that by the current price. The current time this records roughly around 61,000. We've hit 73, but let's just use today's price. And as you see here, we're looking at $61 million. So even if Russell Brand is worth 60 million, 100 million, that would be 100% doubling his net worth or 60% increasing his net worth. Definitely a huge and costly mistake. What's happening, Crypto Crew? I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. We're getting straight into it. Taking a look at the Bitcoin price chart. People are calling for a Bitcoin top. They're saying that, this is some type of triple top pattern. We could come all the way back down, bear market territory, and the bull runs over with. Why do we not prescribe with this? Because look here, the LMACD, we come up and hit our head multiple times. We haven't got back up to this purple line yet. We have to get back up there. And it's going to come in time. And we'll show you that more in this video. But before we look at that, looking at the total 3 divided by Bitcoin, and we have to see what happens because the last time we got back down to this white line, this macro support, was back in July, August of 18. And we had a bounce off of this and a rally, got above this 20 moving average, but then got rejected and sent down to the floor. So will we see a similar rally to the upside, but it will not hold? And then will we get a rejection when Bitcoin takes off to mimic what happened back here? And then will this be the bottom for alts when we stair step our way up, or is the bottom in and will this continue to round? We'll have to be patient and watch. But looking at MicroStrategy, we see that a big move could be on the table. Now look here, this is a symmetrical triangle, definitely a bullish pattern. Why do we say this? Because if you see this pattern here, we come into it in a bullish momentum and establish the base here. Come up and establish the resistance level. This was a fake out right here, but then come back down and trades just in this pattern here. So we could get squeezed all the way to where this apex is around August of this year before breaking above this. So what's the technical target? We just measure from the resistance down to where the base started and then pull it up to the breakout target. And the breakout target for this would take MicroStrategy up to roughly around $4,200 to $4,400, $4,300. That's where this could be going. So some bullishness with MicroStrategy means bullishness with Bitcoin in the short to midterm. And MicroStrategy, what do you think would cost per share if Bitcoin was, say, 200K? So you got to think there's only $7 billion of MicroStrategy shares being shorted. So when Bitcoin moves, MicroStrategy tends to move 2x with a short squeeze, maybe 3 or 4x. So MicroStrategy could be a huge appreciation play against Bitcoin. And somebody actually has a calculator right here, and using a a HODL multiple of 8x, that would take the MicroStrategy price up to $20,000. That's an 8x short squeeze. So it's a lot of short sell pressure at given targets. Could this be what's in store for MicroStrategy? Most definitely. Another company that is adopting Bitcoin, SMLR, Semler Scientific. Look at, we're seeing this rounding bottom play out right now. So this is all ample buying opportunity. So when Bitcoin rips, if it just comes back up to the previous highs around $158, you're going to see a price appreciation at the current time of this recording of roughly, about 350%. So $1 returned to 4.5. But if this is a huge rounding bottom, and this is some type of technical target from pulling down from this resistance down to the base, we would look at a technical target all the way up to over $1,000 at 1361. Not saying this is guaranteed, because all depends on what Bitcoin does 100%, but it's an opportunity that you might just want to, if you got a little bit of extra spending cash, throw it at the stock and see what it does. Not that bad of an opportunity. Then an update from Titans of Crypto. What he's showing is the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern, phase A, B, C. We're currently in C. And you see with this price action compared to this chart right here, phase C, we come back up to the resistance level, the $70-ish thousand range, and flirt with this resistance again, finally break out of it, and then have a continuation to the upside to put in new all-time highs. And this confirms that as well. Look at the previous cycle. When we have bullish retests, when these EMAs cross, the blue crosses over the red, bullish retest, then we have deviations. The reason this happened back here, because this ran before the Bitcoin halving. Now, some people say the halving is still in play. The halving still shocks the system, so it definitely is an amplifier to the Bitcoin price. But after the halving, you see what happens. We have our deviations, and then we have the bullish cross once again, and then retest, 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 retest until we have that peak. Now look here, same thing. 2023 was equivalent to 2018, 2019. Had the retest, we had the deviation, and then look right now, retest, retest, retest. And are we going to keep seeing those retests while we stair step our way up towards this cycle peak? From Cantonese Cat, this is the 6-month chart. Interesting. Look what the next 12 months is showing us. After the pull downs in the Bitcoin halving year, you have 1, 2, 3 channels, and then the next 1, 2 channels definitely gets bullish. So right now we're in this third channel. The 6-month candle is going to close within 4 days, and then the next 2 candles get extremely parabolic into the upside. There's going to be a lot of bullishness over the next 12 months. We hope you're prepared. We'll leave you with this from Tech Dev. Looking back in the charts from the 2013 peak until we broke that previous all-time high, it took about 1176 days. Shortly after that, we then peaked out. And then look where we are right now. The 2021 peak from where we are right now, 1176 days. And we are seeing similar RSI price action. As far as this brief retracement, this is a shakeout. People are getting shook out, calling for tops. Then the blast off happens. Bear market retest right here is a previous shakeout, similar to the 2016 cycle. And then once we get up here, that'll be the sell region, and that will be the peak. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today. And I'm out.